All right, Tom, let's get started. So, welcome, folks. Welcome to another exciting episode of PathQuest AP. Today, we have gathered here to talk about how 71% of accounts payable folks are automating their operation and why you should do it too. I'm your host, Amit B., and I've got Tom Johnson with me, who is our regional sales director at PathQuest.
Thank you, Amit. It's great to be here, and thanks to everyone for joining us today.
All right. Let's dive right in. Why are businesses, large or small, so eager to embrace automation in their AP process? Oops, hold on. Did I mismention it about PathQuest? Well, this podcast is brought to you by PathQuest, a subsidiary of Pacific Accounting and Business Services, also known as PABS. PathQuest, being the brainchild of PABS, emerged as the solution to common staffing and bandwidth hurdles faced by firms. They ingeniously fused the demand for PathQuest AP with white label and automation, creating a game changing PathQuest scale model. With over 4,000 plus satisfied SMB clients and industry leading 90% retention rate, their team of 900 plus seasoned accountants in India ensures expertise across various sectors. PathQuest Tech Prowess, bolstered by ISO 27001 and ISO 9001 certifications, guarantees top notch security and compliance, allowing them to excel in the ever evolving landscape of business services. Now, coming back to the question, so why are businesses, be it large or small, so eager to embrace automation in their accounts payable processes? Tom, what is the significance of the accounts payable uprising? Why would 71% companies embrace automation?
Yeah, so this comes from an article that explores the adoption of automation in the accounts payable field, shedding the light on why a significant percentage of organizations out there are embracing automation solutions. So processing payments to suppliers has become an increasingly, laborious task, with a third of accounts payable practitioners, reporting longer working hours and 8% putting in an extra 2 hours or more each day. And it's usually more. The challenges of today's work environment, you know, have really added to the situation, leading to a surge in many issues and overworked
Okay.
AP staff.
Okay. But what issues you are referring to, and have you got any stats with those?
Yeah, I got three that, really come to mind. First is that, 25% of accounts payable leaders are dealing with, heightened fraud and compliance risks on top of everything else that they're managing. And 22% are inundated with supplier inquiries about invoice and payment statuses. 20% find on-time supplier payments, a major hurdle, in the work from home setup situation, which a lot are doing since the pandemic, especially.
Wow. And what are the key issues caused by limited automation in accounts payable processes?
So shockingly, only about 9% of departments claim to be fully automated, while 33% have minimal automation and 14% operate entirely manually. And this goes from all the way to the businesses that I speak to that are enterprise level, down to your small mom and pop and independently owned. This lack of automation results in inefficiency across the supplier payment cycle, including data capture, organization of paperwork, timeliness, integration, high labor costs, and much more. The stories go on and on.
And I'm still wondering, why does accounts payable involve so much manual work?
The accounts payable department has long been, weighed down by time-consuming manual tasks. You'll hear this manual processing over and over today. So, like data entry and paper invoices. Automation is, the key to liberate the team and really look ahead of the game and expand on their day-to-day mundane tasks. By streamlining these processes, errors are reduced, efficiencies are boosted, and AP teams can focus on strategic pursuits like optimizing cash flow, so they can maybe move over to the AR side to help make money for businesses, and nurturing supplier relationships, which are so important. So currently about 84% of their time is spent on manual tasks. But with automation, they can transform that from a tactical back office function into a strategic powerhouse and free up a lot of that time.
I see. So when you say efficiency, so is it it's all about efficiency and reducing the human error factor? What about the fear of job displacement? Aren't staff, employees concerned about losing their jobs to machines?
Yeah, it's a valid question, and I hear it all the time. I hear it every day. It's about enhancing the capabilities of the employees. It's by automating repetitive tasks, employees can shift their focus to more strategic and creative work, like analyzing financial data, negotiating better terms with suppliers, or improving vendor relationships. Automation empowers finance professionals to take a higher valuable roles within the organizations. And once again, free up that time, because a lot of people are working more than 40 hours in the AP team.
I know. Yeah. And why is automated payments to suppliers crucial for businesses?
Well, businesses are recognizing the need for change. In 2020, 71% of businesses plan to further automation within their AP function, seeking to eliminate friction across the entire accounts payable lifecycle. AP's part of the company that's always thought about last and was always put on the back burner. So they can focus on better cash flow management, fraud prevention, and enhance supplier relationships. It's clear that automating payments to suppliers is the way forward, is the way to move forward with businesses of all sizes, and, especially in these times.
That seems a reassuring perspective. Now, we mentioned in the title that 71% of businesses are embracing automation. Could you shed some light on where the statistics is coming from?
Yeah, so that was a statistic that was derived from a survey conducted by Paymerang, which surveyed hundreds of businesses across various industries. So the survey found that 71% of respondents have either already implemented automation in some form in their accounts payable processes, or they're actively planning to do so within the next year. It's a clear indication of how pervasive this trend has become, and how valuable C-level people, employees, are looking at this and getting ahead of the game.
Yeah, impressive numbers, Tom. Can you share some real world examples of businesses that have benefited significantly from accounts payable automation?
Certainly. So Procter and Gamble, P&G, reduced invoice processing time from 25 to 3 days with AP automation, cutting costs by 90%.
Wow.
Netflix is another one. They improved accuracy, reducing errors by 75% and saving millions. Coca-Cola is another one that reduced late payment penalties by 60% and operational costs by 30%. Walmart's automation increased invoice processing speeds by 40%, saving 27 million. Siemens achieved a 50% cost reduction and 75% faster invoice approvals, so benefiting vendor relationships and cash flow. And these are just a couple that stand out.
Wow, this all numbers are amazing and astonishing. So much improvement with automation. And what industries have witnessed the highest automation adoption?
They're all trending, but there's a couple specific ones that really stand out to me, and it's logistics companies, healthcare, and finance. They've adopted at a higher rate, that with 71% of companies in these sectors implementing automation solutions. and that's continually rising.
Right. Tom, it's clear that the benefits are substantial for our listeners who may be considering implementing accounts payable automation, let's say PathQuest AP. What are some key considerations or steps that they should keep in mind?
Yeah, good question. So when considering automation, you should start by assessing your current processes, identify the pain points, and setting clear objectives. It's crucial to choose the right automation solution that aligns with your business's needs and integrates seamlessly with your existing systems, your ERPs. Additionally, a well thought out, change management strategy is essential to, ensure smooth adoption by employees. And there's, you don't have to adopt it completely. You can dip your toe in the water, have, just start by invoice processing. Let us help you start with assist you with processing your invoices, maybe help with PO management. You don't have to get into payments right away. We can help with, managing your vendors and onboarding processes. So there's many, many different facets.
Wow, excellent advice, Tom. And to wrap up, what do you foresee for the future of accounts payable in terms of automation?
So I continue to see that rise, the rapid growth. With the advancements in AI and machine learning, automation solutions will become even more sophisticated, capable of handling complex tasks and offering deeper insights. We're already using OCI image to be able to sync up with your common vendors. So it's constantly growing. So the future holds exciting opportunities for finance professionals to leverage technologies for strategic, decision making, ultimately driving business growth. And that's why we appreciate the opportunity to share our insights with you today. And we would love to schedule a demo with you in the future to show you how impactful our AP product could be with your organization.
Yeah. Thank you, Tom, for sharing your valuable insights today. It's clear that automation is not just a trend, but a transformative force in the world of finance and AP. Folks, that's all for today's episode. Thank you for tuning in to our podcast today. We are thrilled to have you with us. It's time to dive into the Q&A session, and we'd love to hear from you. Please feel free to submit your questions in the comments, and we'll do our best to answer them one by one. So yeah, go ahead with those.
Yeah. In the meantime, we'll be reaching out within the next couple days to those of you that attended to get some feedback from you and possibly set up a demo to dive in even further into the product.
Yeah. Tom, there's one comment. Somebody wants to know, like, what's the implementation period? Let's say if somebody goes to utilize PathQuest AP.
Yeah, the common period takes roughly 6 weeks at the most, dependent upon your ERP and if there's any specific and things that you would like to add or. But we go at your pace. That's the thing. So as long as we meet on a weekly basis, and as long as you're managing the tasks that we ask you to do, we could be up and running within 2 weeks. It's very seamless.
Right. And somebody at the on the registration page there was a comment on how flexible is the approval process. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, it's very flexible. So you can do it by individuals, by dollar amounts, over let's say over $250 needs to be approved. We can go through as many levels of approvals as you see fit, or you can just allow your AP person to manage that. It's completely up to you, but it's extremely flexible, and you set the boundaries and the rules.
Yeah. I guess that's it. I don't see any more comments coming in.
Okay.
So yeah, I just want to conclude by saying that in this ever evolving landscape of automation, the AP Uprising's journey has revealed crucial insights. As 71% of us embrace automation, we've learned that not just about machines taking over, it's about humans and technology working in harmony. Together, we are shaping a brighter future where innovation and collaboration thrive. The next podcast happens on October 19, what would be on business intelligence, and the same accounts payable one on the 26th. So stay tuned and know more about PathQuest AP. To know more about PathQuest AP, please book a detailed demo on by visiting on pathquest.com. Thank you for tuning in.
Thanks, everyone. See you soon.